The following presentation may contain language unsuitable for children's TV enthusiasts, adult virgins, and estranged mothers. Unnamed Drag Productions accepts no responsibility for any resulting night terrors, third-degree burns, or demonic possessions that may transpire as a result of listening to this sewage sprinkler. May God have mercy on your soul. Enjoy!
Unnamed Drag Podcast.
I fully look.
Talk us through your look.
I'm sorry, hi, I'm Nana Arthole, and I absolutely 100% look like I'm going to be in the new James Bond film Silver Member. Which is about like an old lady with just like a really grey pubes.
Okay.
But also inside there's a snook, because someone snuck a snook up my sniz.
You gotta disarm the snook and a sniz.
Oh god, it's really horrible, there's something back here! South Park recap show, as per usual. What about you, my lovely?
I'm a cross between Septic Peg and Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
Lord Farquaad found dead.
Yeah, found dead in a ditch, living his best life? Dying his best life.
Dying his pubes.
Found dead in a ditch, dying his pubes.
I don't know, I like the look, but I don't know, I'm not used to a wig without height.
Yeah.
So when I put something on, I'm like, oh, that's a dome.
I like it. I like how the bluntness continues right back to the temple.
Yeah.
Like, that's
It
the
shows off
severity
every inch of my eye makeup.
Yeah. Like, that's the severity of a bob that you don't often see.
Yeah.
Because normally the bob is very much just like, beep boop, like curtains.
Oh, whenever I cut a fringe, and I used to do this when I did hairdressing as well, and which is probably why I don't do hairdressing anymore.
That's probably why you were fired from every salon.
I cut fringes upwards, so like I'll bow down in the middle. I'll never do straight across, and I hate it. See it all the time. Fringes that slope outwards, and it just makes your face look round. Doesn't accent any of your angles properly.
Well, you know the whole thing when they used to say about like, oh, if you just wear like a poker straight wig, it gives you like a really long face and whatever. And I always just thought that was like blah 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 whatever. But there are some wigs that I've worn before that are poker straight where I'm just like, oh yeah, it makes me look like a fucking horse.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing as well.
Like give me the penis, not the face.
Yeah. Straight wigs and blunt angles will highlight your straightness and bluntness.
That should have been the name of our podcast. Straight wigs and blunt angles.
So like earlier I was wearing, we film these week on week, but
week after week, always on the Saturday to go out on the Sunday, 100%.
So like last episode I was wearing the short and wavy, so that short and wavy brought the eye up and also softened my features because wavy. Whereas this brings the eye down but also brings it down with my angles.
It's like geometric trickery. And that's what I really love. It's this sorcery.
I mean, is it?
I mean,
it's just common sense.
No, it's like it's like when you.
Is it witchcraft or is it just things?
You know, when people say it's just like, oh, well, she has a questionable taste level, and you think just like, no, it's almost like there's a.
No, people don't say she has a questionable taste level. They say Nana you have a questionable taste level.
Your taste level has affected me in the following ways. Like it's always an intervention.
Yeah.
No, I always just wonder if like the way that people's aesthetics work is like different for different people, isn't it?
Well, you know the whole like horizontal vertical stripes?
I feel like that's bullshit.
It is.
Like I feel like that's not a
because
thing.
I think it was
I
think it was like 100 years ago that it used to be the other way around. People would be like, oh no, vertical stripes make you fat.
Well, I would argue that if you were wearing a vertical stripe bodycon dress that was too small and the straight lines warped, and that would make you look bigger.
Good dress.
But if they were horizontal, if anything, they would just be stretched out more thin, in which case it'd be like, oh, she's just got more stripes in her dress.
Yeah, and also, it depends how densely packed they are. I put on a top that traditionally is too small for me. Traditionally, I mean, by science, I should not be wearing. But because it had a vertical stripe, but they were really thin vertical stripes and packed in quite tight, so it just doesn't make a lot of visual sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't go like whomp. It's lots of them and kind of just distracts the eye.
Yeah. And you know who's quite awful?
Me.
At aesthetically refining their appearance.
Straight people.
Straight people.
Straight people.
If it's not on Boohoo. they do.
If it's not in Top Man, it's not River Island.
Exactly.
Did H&M stop that?
It's like Dua Lipa is if Boohoo.com made music. And I don't understand why the gays and the straight women are like losing their shit because it is beige.
I kind of like it.
Oh.
It's a heavy beat and that's all I need.
But she has the personality of a wet flannel.
Bitch, so do you.
Yeah, but my flannel's wet with cum, and hers is just wet with like Evian.
Yeah, fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. She's doused it down because she's got a claggy forehead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And today, live from Studio 60 Hall, we're here to absolutely just pull the patch and be absolute bitches about straight culture.
Let's shit on straight people.
I don't even think it is straight people. Hey, some of my best friends are straight. Don't be so rude.
I can't be heterophobic. Some of my best friends are dirty breeders.
There you go, exactly. Yeah. Oh, there's the thing. There's not enough terminology for this.
There's not.
I like hetty. That's good. They're a fucking hetty.
When you call a straight person cisgender, and they've not experienced that language that is factually correct before.
And Karens are like, that's like the N-word for white women.
Is it fun? Because we're saying one of them.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I am sorry though for like all the actual Karens of the world because
my mum is named Karen, but she is a Karen.
Karen Walker from Will and Grace is not a Karen.
Yeah.
She's not a Karen.
She can't. She'd speak to the manager. For filet mignon.
She'd make the manager cry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's a Karen.
She's a Karen.
Fuck! That was my like really strong argument for when Karens aren't Karens.
She's a Karen.
Oh, okay.
My
manager at my old work was a Karen, and she was such a Karen that like I remember she came back up. Sorry, like shout out if you ever watched this, Karen. You were hard work.
So sorry.
And she came back and she'd cut her hair.
You kicked the camera again.
3 weeks in a row. She came back from like annual leave or summer or something like that, and she'd had her hair cut into the I want to speak to the manager.
No.
Yeah. Like
she'd gone like this was her final
the fringe
form.
short on back, and I was like, oh, Karen's gone full Karen.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I used to work in a hairdresser's.
Just double back on that though. Yeah. Just out of pure curiosity, because I can never quite pinpoint this. When did the Karen thing become the thing that you said, like, they're such a Karen?
I
like,
feel
how recent, like, how long has that been cooking or ascending for?
I feel like...
Look at this wrist. This hair's made me do this wrist. Like, tell me about it, stud.
I feel like...
did he have a car? Anyway, when did it happen?
Were we doing it pre-lockdown?
What, Karen?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. It's been going on a while.
I feel like TikTok. You know who it was? Calm down. Calm down.
Like, who was that? Who was
The
Calm
one,
Down?
Calm Down, that Karen. She launched Karenhood into...
Was that the kids'
the popular
thing?
Yes. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch because they're listening to Kids
Bop. Yeah.
Yeah. She, I feel like, popularised the term.
She was like the Zeet guy, not the Zeet guy, the catalyst.
The Karen list.
Yeah.
Of Karen.
She was the touch paper that was like, don't touch me.
She was Karen's final form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like
so when
she
was
really
that?
made it mainstream.
So when were people
Calm down.
doing that meme,
Calm
that
down.
video, that Kids Bop? When was that?
That was...
Because I can't tell
I think
when
that was
anything
end of
happened
last year.
anymore. Okay.
I know, lockdown has made time not exist. Yeah, I feel like it really came into effect end of 2019.
Because it's very much like, it goes hand in hand, like Pinky Swear walking towards the gender conformist toilets of OK Boomer.
Yes.
OK Boomer.
OK Boomer.
Which can I also just point out that our friend Caden, they call me a boomer, and I think it's so fucking funny. Whenever I don't get something, they're just like, OK Boomer.
Yeah. It's really funny.
It just fucking gets me because it's the most harsh, but I'm like, I'm a millennial, how dare you?
The thing is, you find it funny because you're not a Karen and you're not a boomer.
Yeah.
You can take a joke.
Okay. I can take a joke and a dick. I am multi-talented. But yeah, again, it weaves into the whole thing of
what I think it was?
straight culture. If they have a culture, I don't know. Sorry.
You know what I think it was? They have everyone's culture, but none of it's theirs. Sorry.
Oh, sipping on that true tea, hunty. Drag her. Slay her.
So, Karen and OK Boomer are both were both directly popularised from TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah. They got, like, because you could share it so rapidly.
Okay.
TikTok is very much. And, like, if something's trendy, like OK Boomer or OK Karen, you can make a skit about it, post it on TikTok.
And it
blows up.
And it's fire!
Fire!
Oh, also, this is how much of a boomer that I actually am, like in my heart of hearts.
Has he got TikTok yet?
Someone commented on a Facebook post that I did the other day, because I'm still posting on Facebook. That's how much of a boomer that I am. They were like, they commented the day after, so they were like, oh, you were on fire yesterday, but they put FYA all in capitals. So I googled, like, is that an abbreviation for something?
I was on FYA.
I was like, is that an acronym? What's the
KS FYA?
I was like, what's the FYA? And then it was like, oh, fire! But then that person...
I don't know if that makes you a boomer or just a little bit illiterate. Like.
But then that person was being a boomer because why didn't they post the flame emoji?
I mean...
We all know what that means.
We all know what
I just caught myself in the viewfinder again. I can't stop. She must be stopped! So yeah, straight culture.
Yes!
Or whatever it is that we're sharing a new one today.
Just to actually segue.
Yeah.
I am a TikTok user. Every now and again...
Thank God, I thought you were going to tell me you were heterosexual. Our friendship won't be over.
Sorry, gags. I am a TikTok user, and TikTok will...
You're not a TikTok... You're a TikTok lurker.
No, I'm a user. I've posted TikToks.
How long ago and how often?
Oh, a while.
Yeah, you're a
No, but most people are TikTok lurkers. So, there's categorized TikTok, essentially. So, TikTok has an algorithm where it will, based on what you like and dislike, feed you more of what you like.
Oh, yeah, like the Instagram, what hashtags you... Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But the algorithm with TikTok is amazing. So, whenever someone gets TikTok, I always say, give it half an hour of liking and disliking and scrolling past.
So it can
it learns what to give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let the artificial intelligence gain some intelligence.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then within half an hour, it's like, ha! This is great.
I'm having a wonderful time here on TikTok.
Yeah. So, I'm on gay TikTok. I'm on witch TikTok.
What's your, like, cottage lesbian TikTok?
Cottagecore.
Cottagecore. That
it's
was
just acoustic music while someone picks strawberries in a sepia filter.
Like, these are my new Birkenstocks for doing the garden.
Yes! I love that shit. Yeah, lesbian TikTok, queer TikTok, Black Lives Matter TikTok. Every now and again, I feel like TikTok will try and introduce something new. So you're not just seeing the same thing every time. But then, every now and again, I'll go on TikTok and it'll try and introduce something new, and it's usually something from straight TikTok, and I'm like, oh God.
Gross.
Which is just either straight men trying to queerbait.
Do you know what else does that really easily? Fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, drag, you know, wonderful, faggy, like lots of fun makeup stuff and whatever.
Logan Paul.
You watch one fucking Dr. Phil video.
Oh no.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, here's a load of shit that you do not
Saturday
care
Night Live
about.
sketches.
Oh my, the other fucking day,
Herpes.
I don't know how this happened, but I was watching like some, it was like a trans YouTuber who talks about their lived experiences and stuff, and then he was referring me back to some like TERF propaganda channel bullshit.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I don't want to fucking see that.
Harry Potter and the Audacity.
I mean, I want to report, exactly, I want to report and dislike this, and like, you're blocked, like, how you're blocked.
Also, go on to Donald Trump's website and fill your cart full of his merch. It makes it
absolutely.
and then go buy it.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. But I just
also report him on Instagram for fake information.
Yeah, fake news. Like YouTube does that as well as TikTok. It's just like one foul move, and all of a sudden I'm just like, they think that I'm fucking Barry or Ken or whatever.
Although,
do you know what I mean?
Gay TikTok has a great habit of like laying into the straights, because there was this TikTok I watched, I can't remember the creator, I'm so sorry I can't cite them, where it's
Micro references.
I know.
You'll never get that degree.
Which is another thing in Instagram especially, cite your references, like show where you got this.
Credit the artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Artist.
But on TikTok where it's like, imagine being straight and waking up and just being like, Grey's Anatomy's awesome! And that's it, like, but I said that to my sister and she was like, but it is. I was like, oh wow. But she was like, well, what if someone said that about, like, imagine being gay and waking up like, RuPaul's Drag Race is awesome. But people do say that, and it is.
Yeah, but also straight people are like all over RuPaul's Drag Race, obviously, at the same time. So that argument is kind of null and void, because RuPaul's Drag Race is what they call a phenomenon.
Also, it's good telly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
It is what's my expression that I like to say? It is my second favourite game show hosted by a black man with perfect teeth after Get Your Own Back with Dave Benson Phillips.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is very articulate of you.
I'd rather watch Get Your Own Back with Dave Benson Phillips than I'd watch RuPaul Drag Race.
Really?
I want to see a teacher get gunged. That's
Sweetie, come to my PE lessons.
That's like a kink of mine.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, I want to see a teacher get their cum tuppence.
Oh.
100% I do.
Thing is,
Yeah, anyway.
how
Sorry.
heterophobic are you?
Again, some of my best friends are straight. You know.
None of mine are.
I wouldn't say that I'm heterophobic in the slightest.
I would, and I would say my family know that I am. My sister was like, "This is you," and then sent me a gif of Magneto saying peace was never an option. I'm like I was saying earlier, I'm very angry all of a sudden. I find myself an angry boy, and I will take accountability for the fact that I write off straight people. I write them off.
Tell us about your
I was at a
process.
family dinner, and
But it's family, right? Like, you can write...
yeah. Well, no, I didn't know her. So I was at a family dinner, and someone had brought a girlfriend.
Okay.
I think her name was Becky. Exhibit A, writing her off. I didn't even bother to
Becky's
introduce...
evolved into Karen, so
I
that's
looked
the
her
weird
up
thing.
and down and went, I know you. I wrote her off.
You profiled her.
Yeah, I did. I profiled her as a blonde, straight woman. I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing of value that is going to be shared. I didn't even introduce
You are
myself.
so hateful right now. And
I know.
And I have to say, it's making me a little bit turned on.
It's awful. But the thing is, after the fact, I look at that and go like, if someone had done that to me, how awful is that? I'm a cunt for doing that.
Yeah.
But also, I looked at her and I was like, I have nothing to say to you.
Okay, so Marilyn's...
So I didn't introduce myself. I didn't even bother.
on a roll now, so I'm just going to start feeding the beast.
Okay, let's go.
And seeing... I
am heterophobic.
I'm going to poke the bear.
It's a problem that I'm trying to work through.
So what do you think, and I kind of feel like I know the answer, and that's why I want to hear it. What do you think about the argument that there don't need to be any queer spaces because we should be trying to integrate? Oh, here we go!
Get fucked.
Wind her up, let her go.
First of all,
do the Macarena double speed.
the majority... I'm so angry I can't even talk. The majority of us have been trying to integrate since we were in year fucking 3.
And it's not been happening, has it?
Shit. When people like... Fucking Karens are like, oh, I don't think homophobia really exists anymore. I'm like, when was the last time you got called a faggot out of a wine van?
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
fucked.
That's a lived experience.
When was the last
Whilst
time-
you were walking to the pace of womanizer.
When was the last time you were on a fucking public transport bus wearing a fucking cowl neck having a panic attack because you thought you were going to get a head kicked
Because you've
in?
exposed yourself.
Yeah. When was the last time you tried to dress like yourself and weren't accepted? Fuck off. With that in mind, straight men do not know how to dress. I saw a straight man in fucking bootleg jeans and a shirt and wellies pulling weeds in his front garden. I was like, that's all he has.
Can I just
That's
say
all
as
he
well,
has.
Can I just say that I don't understand when we're supposed to be the fashion trendsetters, why are we now going back? Why am I seeing gay men wearing cuffed jeans? You're gonna do that, hey!
So, like the French tuck, it's just taking an outfit that would otherwise be okay and just turning it into something I cared about.
Yeah.
I did something.
Okay.
So I cuffed my jeans, I wore a fun sock. Straight men love exciting socks.
Honey, you want to hear about my fun sock? Wasn't that like your only tweet when
Yeah,
you
I
started
have
up a new Twitter account and I was like, oh my god, you've gone semi-viral, which to me is like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every now and
10
again,
reactions.
I'll just think something heterophobic and post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which straight men love exciting socks. I feel
yeah.
like that's them like putting their personality.
That's
into
their drag.
Yeah, that's them like taking these. Oh, you know what else straight men love? Brown leather,
Oh no.
brown shoes, brown belt,
Oh,
and
no.
blue jeans, blue shirt.
Oh, stop
Oh.
it. No.
Why are you doing that?
But you know what's really awful? When I was a teenager, I would have fucked that guy.
Oh, I'd still.
If
fuck
he
that
showed
guy.
me any interest, I'd suck his confused dick.
Yeah. Yeah. He ain't even confused. He just wants his dick sucked.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
That's another thing about straight people. Why
Are
do
we
I
say-
want to fuck him?
I mean, are we saying when we say straight, how much are we talking about like men and women, and how much are we talking about just the men?
I mean,
because
when I say I want to fuck them, I'm just talking about
people. We're talking about like the straight people that are so straight that they like don't even think that like they're just binary. Do you know what I mean? They're the binary straight people.
But the thing is, those people don't even know that they're those people.
What?
They've never had to think about it.
Oh god.
Can you imagine never having to think about it?
I can't imagine.
How dull would you be?
Can you imagine just wandering around thinking, I'm awesome!
People probably want to know what I have to say!
So I guess I'm so great that inclusivity doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't imagine that. That'd be preposterous.
Exactly, but those people are real. They're everywhere.
I'm getting hit a lot.
I'm sorry,
and I know that it's like, it is stuck in your craw. This has put a lot of like getting up in your go-go
Peace
shoes.
was never an option.
Peace was never an option.
Peace was never an option.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck those guys. That's why, like, when we were talking about your school experience and bullying and stuff, and I was like, when you were like,
very accommodating about my memories.
If your high school bully, they're probably like really unhappy, and
I was probably being
take
quite
them by their hair
antagonistic.
and cut them on the face so that it scars. I want to see them bleed. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The amount of times, like, I've been door whoring, like, which is what I call it when you're a drag queen. You get put on the front.
Oh, it's what everyone
You get put on
calls
front
it.
of house.
You know when people call it a host?
You're a door whore.
Or like a party starter?
Yeah.
You're a door whore.
Door whore. I used to love door whore. I'm a great door whore.
You are a good door
I'm also great at selling shots. Because I'm like, I'll do one if you do one, you're paying for both. Whee!
Farquaad.
Yeah, energy. When I was door whoring, the amount of people that shouted me out of vans, the amount of people that shouted out cars, I'm like, suck my tuck, you fucking wreck! And like, I was really...
It's good when afterwards you can just, again, this is the argument for queer spaces, afterwards you can just nip inside and they
Take it all off.
They ain't fucking coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they can come and find you.
Yeah,
I mean, they
but-
can wait outside, but when I leave they won't know who I am.
The amount of people that would like shout at me and come up to me, I used to stand behind security and then just get my phone out, put the flash on and make sure they knew I was taking pictures of them.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you just start checking your emails so that they know that you don't care.
And I used to be like, go for it, come on, pop off, I've got you on camera. And whenever someone shouts out of a van or shouts out of a car, I get my phone out and take a picture of their license plate.
I do love when that
I got
happens.
someone fired!
Yeah, I remember you talking about it on the podcast before.
Yeah.
You like did some detective
Shout
work
out-
and found out who they were.
Yeah, found out where they worked. Most people have a social media policy or like a policy about how to behave in public when you're representing the company.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in a company van, he shouted faggot out of the van at me, so now he doesn't have a job.
They're like, bitch, you were smoking in your school uniform and you just got seen by the vice headmaster.
Get fucked.
Sorry about it.
Oh, it makes me so angry.
It really does.
It really does. Like, I'm sweating.
You're seething.
Yeah, fuck these hoes.
Oh, but you know what the awful thing is? Like, I don't want to be the bitch who's just like, I just want us all to like bake a cake that's full of rainbows and hugs.
Peace was never an option.
But I kind of am that person where it's just like,
You're very placid.
I wish that it wasn't going to be all of this bullshit that we have to deal with day in, day out. So maybe I am more accommodating because I'm kind of like focused on the end goal where like, you know, people, not that queer spaces and pride don't need to be exist, because you should always be able to celebrate your differences, like absolutely. So I'd never want it to get to like that level, but equally, I do think that it would be just wonderful if I didn't get called a faggot out of a moving white van. And I'm aiming for that utopia where where there isn't segregation, but the celebration isn't an issue.
Yesterday I went to the shop. And this is another thing, working from home as well, especially. I've loved working from home because I've not had to go outside, so I've not had to worry about what I put on my back.
You can
not had to worry about how I express myself as a human being whilst
not get
being
dressed at all or dress up too much.
Yeah, exactly. I can do whatever I want. Yesterday I went to the shops to buy milk, bread and wine. The Holy Trinity. And I walk past a pub and there's these guys sat outside and I don't look at them. Because I know who they are. Mm-hmm. They're a group of straight men, a group of 20-something straight men. They, so far as I see it, they own the world. So I'm walking to the shop and then I get my stuff, walk back. I have to pass them again. This point they go, hi, hey, like, and I go, hi, carry on walking. In my head, I set them on fire. But they're trying to antagonise me.
Yeah.
They want me to go fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm wearing a cardigan and a vest.
Yeah.
Because it's boiling outside and I can't wear just a vest because fag.
It sucks that happened like the other day.
It happens every fucking day. Every day you step outside, that happens. Peace was never an option. Burn these cunts. Honestly, fuck these hoes.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to sound like that cunt who's just like...
I am militantly homosexual.
Not all straight people.
But most straight people.
But I'll give anyone the benefit of the doubt until they prove me otherwise, and I think it's depressing how much people prove me otherwise.
The amount of straight people as well. The amount of straight white men as well, that when Black Lives Matter happened and people were rioting because the voice of the unheard is going to turn into a physical action. It's going to happen. So then when riots are happening for something that actually matters, either jumped on the bus because they wanted to just be there and go, also, why do straight men always shout? But that's a different thing. But the amount of straight white men that would not give that the time of day, but have absolutely all the time in the world for, but when it happens with football, it's just people like blowing off steam. Get fucked!
Oh God, don't.
Get fucked!
If your priority is defending a Winston Churchill statue...
Get fucked!
That's it. That's the soundbite we need to take away.
Protecting a Winston Churchill statue from no one!
From no one, yeah.
From no one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awful.
And then, I used to live in town as well, and why do straight men on a night out communicate with
There's the Joe Lycett when he's just like, I've nearly got it down. He's like, it's like back in the throat. He's like, I'm insecure about my emotions. That's it. That's the noise you've got to make.
But now
Such
I
a
lean
lad.
into it. I start dressing super gay for work. I wear rings, and I'll sit there in a meeting with someone who I know has never had to question themselves, and I'll just be like, and I can see them sort of clam up.
Yeah.
Like
a bashful clam.
And also when they're like he or she,
They. Yeah.
No, they never say they. They always say he or she.
No, but I'm giving you a shortcut for he or she.
We say they. We and women say they.
That's true.
Straight white men say he or she because she is an afterthought. Fuck those guys.
Can I just say that the other day at my other job, I mean this isn't a job at the moment because it's not paying, but cool. By the way, if you want to tip us, Unnamed Drag.
In the description.
Yeah, in the description if you want to tip us.
PayPal.
Someone sent an email in and it started with Dear Sirs. I wanted to delete that email.
Yeah.
I was like, that's ridiculous.
Like, who is this for?
Who's still starting fucking correspondence with Dear Sirs?
I see
like the person that opened it was Sophie that I work with, who identified like you. Do you know what I mean? I was just like that in itself is not a sir.
Madness, absolutely.
I mean, and I'm like a tentative sir at best.
If that.
I know, right? I was just like,
ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
What fucking time machine is this?
I was.
Okay, now I'm pissed about something very incidental, but it really
happens
pissed
every
me
day.
off.
I was. As you know, I'm a homo now.
Yeah, a homeowner.
There we go.
Yeah.
And obviously that came with a mortgage process. I incidentally told the people that I bank with, which was NatWest. I'm calling you out, NatWest. You're going to watch this.
Yeah.
Natasha West is tuning in. And so I was like, I'm withdrawing this money and moving it to another account. And they were like, it's quite a large sum. What's that for? And I'm like, it's for my deposit for a mortgage. They were like, we do mortgages. I was like, I know, but
I'm not interested.
My partner's self-employed, blah, 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 blah. Red tape.
Yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
We got our mortgage with this person because they offered.
Yeah, you fucked us good. We're not going with you. Yeah.
Cool. And they were like, okay, but we do have a mortgage advisor who could possibly make this work for you. Or if you come to remortgage, want to talk about it, can I put your name down for that? I was like, sure. Talk me through your offers. When we come to remortgage, we'll have more books behind our self-employed person. So yeah. I'm open to it. I got a message later that day that was, I hear you and your girlfriend are going for a mortgage, Mr. Barlow, so if you and your girlfriend want to give me a call, and then you and your girlfriend can come in for a consultation, and then you and your girlfriend can come and do this, and you and your girlfriend, or you and Miss Barlow, you and your girlfriend, and it was to the point where I was like, this isn't for me. I'm putting the fact. It was every sentence, you and your girlfriend, like, I'm never that militant, that, like, usually people are like, who is she? I'm like, she's called Matt. Blah, blah, blah. It's fine. Nice of you to assume that I'm that beige. But, it was every sentence.
They've alienated you to the point of which were you just
hung up.
there is no point.
I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Bye.
Why do I want to deal with this person who's that not again?
I don't want my every move to be a political statement. I don't want to have to correct you. I'm tired.
You'll never have to correct me because I am always wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted.
It is really tiring, but again, it's because we walk faster than they do.
Yeah. I got here in 2 seconds.
You were sweating.
I live 4 miles away.
Because superstar
From where's it coming? Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, straight people are fucking infuriating.
Yeah, but then at the same time, there are some straight people like my sister's good as gold. Do you know what I mean? And then she has the misfortune of being straight. And then also like my brother-in-law, who's also obviously straight. Like, I mean, I don't know why he could be bi. Fuck, I don't know his business. But like,
I've had him.
But again, like he is traditionally. Sorry, I'm trying to get this.
That's attached to an eyelash.
No. I promise.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Okay.
That's it.
If anyone's listening on Spotify, I was just assaulted. Tune into our YouTube to see how.
Hashtag me next. That's you. You bastard. You rotter. You don't understand anything about it.
I know.
Anyway. So yeah, he is someone that you could potentially say would fit the profile of someone and be like, oh god, bummers. He's been nothing but sweet and darling to me.
Yeah, to your face.
Since day one.
I don't trust him.
He's like,
I won't have him in my house.
he like insists on a hug. Do you know what I mean? He's so nice and so wonderful. And I
bring it in here, lad. Like,
no,
fuck off.
not even that.
Don't give them the time of day.
Okay, that's fair. But I just think if everyone could just go that way, then maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation right now because we feel constantly attacked.
Yeah.
In one way or another, you do.
It's like working from home
constantly
has been a
attacked.
treat because I've not had to get the bus every day.
Yeah. I mean, you've already said that. How drunk are you?
I know. I'm angry.
So, I don't know. I think if everyone could just be a delight and wonderful to each other, then maybe we'll look back when we're like these two old fucking hags, like on season 40 of Unnamed Drag podcast.
But also, thank you for the trauma it made me feel.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll be having a different conversation of like, hey, do you remember season 3, episode 3? We had this conversation that you just don't have to have anymore. I mean, I would like to, in my lifetime, see enough changes where there's not all of this bullshit anymore around sexual orientation and gender and race and fucking even how much money you make. Do you know what I mean? All of those little things that make society at the moment, I just wish it would collapse on itself because I'm very tired. And that's my closing statement on it. I'm fucking exhausted.
Sometimes so fucking tedious.
I wake up and I look at Twitter. I have to go back to bed.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm so tired. Yeah. Can we end this on a positive? Is there any positive spin other than if we got our dicks out and we're like, woo! and spun them in a circle?
Straight people are kind of hot.
Okay, the positive is, if you can corrupt them into a full-on fuck, that does make you feel pretty good.
So much fun.
Yeah. If they're like, I'm straight, but we can fool around, thank you for just boosting my ego.
I'm going to message your girlfriend and tell her where all of your tattoos are.
Thank you for boosting my ego in a way that it did not deserve by letting us do a bit of frottage.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Kevin's a theoretical person. I've never banged
frottage.
Have I banged a Kevin?
Also, why are all straight men bottoms? They want to get fucked.
They do.
They do. Every straight man I've ever been with.
Yeah.
Want to get fucked.
There was this guy, actually, he like...
But they think it's easy. And then when they find out it's not, I carry on.
He... Oh, you piece of shit! That got me so good. And all that I was going to say is literally I was fooling around with a guy once and literally without even saying a word, he just rolled over onto his front and looked over his shoulder like, yeah, exactly. And it was like, cool, it's go time.
Yeah.
Nice one. I didn't even have to like persuade him or anything. It was...
They want to get raw dogged.
Oh my god. Yeah, lovely. But he still insisted on sleeping on the floor afterwards, and that's his problem because I got to fucking starfish it in my double.
Yeah, but that's because the carpet would soak up the blood. And on that note,
bye everybody! No, but at the end of the day, yeah, we might have come across as a little bit of heterophobic, and if you're offended, tough shit, it's our time, not yours. Thank you for joining us as always, and comment below if there's anything that you would like us to talk about because we're running out of content.
Oh, and also if you're straight, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Bye!
Unnamed Drag Podcast.